Hey everybody, welcome to Cockpit Convos. It's your captain speaking, Jeff Britton, flying over the 757 on a beautiful, happy Wednesday. And today I'm excited to have one of my cool friends in the plane who's got a really cool career that she does with a really great story, right? Lacey Lee. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, Jeff.
Yeah, I'm glad to have you. Glad it finally worked out. I know we talked about it a long time ago, and then I kind of fell off the wagon, and not in any type of alcoholic way. I'm just saying I neglected to reach back out and get this thing going. And did not provide a great customer experience. And so we're glad to have you finally now.
No worries on my end.
Yeah, exactly. So I met Lacy. We're both members of BizConnect. Shout out to BizConnect. If you're not in it and you're in the 757, get in it because it's the best networking group that you would pay for. Not like a BNI, not like a 212. It's really pretty cheap. I think we only pay like $150 a year or something. It's not expensive.
It's worth it.
It's worth it.
It's worth it.
Minimum one, sometimes 2 meetings a week. So anyway, we're not here to talk about BizConnect, but I met her in BizConnect. Most of the people I've taken up, I've met in BizConnect.
Yeah.
So, but Lacey's got a really cool job, a really cool career, business she owns, Mold Dog of Virginia.
Mold Dog.
That is awesome. So why don't you just give everybody the Lacey Lee story, then we'll get into Mold Dog.
Well,
you can go back as far as you want to. It don't matter to me.
You don't get in the Mold Dog business to just start a new business.
Right.
You won't find anyone with the Mold Dog. I mean, I'm sure there might be some people out there, but it's because you have been through hell with mold.
All right. Okay.
And if anyone has dealt with mold, it is nothing but a nightmare, nothing but hell. It really is.
Yep, we've been through it. I feel you.
Yeah. So, and no one wants to talk about mold. A lot of people don't want to talk about mold, it being a 4-letter word, but I want to talk about it because it is impacting people that they don't realize. That might not be the reason they're not doing well, but it's contributing.
Okay.
Or it's not allowing them to get better.
Okay.
So,
I'm buying what you're selling?
Yeah, so about 10 years ago, I got sick with Lyme disease.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like a tick bite?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And it took me down. And here's the thing is, it wasn't like I got bit, I have Lyme disease. It had been laid dormant in my system for about 10 years.
Oh, wow.
So what happened was I hurt my back. I ended up herniating some discs, and what that did was that activated the Lyme within my body.
Okay.
So, and in fact, my back doctor told me I had Lyme. So I wasn't like sick and like on this doctor quest to find out what was wrong with me. I actually was trying to figure out why my back wasn't getting better, despite all the efforts I was doing. And I wanted to avoid surgery. Okay. That was my biggest thing, is I did not want surgery. So I was going in, I was physical therapy, the whole 9 yards, every shot you can think of, switching doctors and seeing what their thoughts are. But I kept having to go back to this original doctor because she was the one doing the injections.
Okay.
So I kept going back to her, and I was going back for this final injection that if it didn't work, I was I'll do surgery.
Okay.
And I went back, and I wish to this day I remembered the question she asked me. She asked me a series of questions because she was really perplexed that I was still having so much pain and not doing well. And the only question I remember her asking me is, had I been bit by a tick? And I was like, well, yeah. I mean, I thought everyone had.
Like back in 1992?
Yeah.
Or whatever.
I mean, I really thought everyone had been bit by a tick. I mean, I was a kid that played in the woods.
Sure.
My mom always checked me for ticks. Never had the traditional bullseye rash that they talk about, which majority of people don't. So I got tested, and sure enough, I have Lyme disease.
Wow.
So, I mean, this doctor not only saved me from getting surgery, but she saved me probably years of torment of trying to figure out, because soon after she diagnosed me, I mean, within months, I rapidly declined. It was just like she had caught it right when the beast was coming out. Wow. Because prior to that, I had back pain, and I mean, I had fatigue, but I thought that was because I was in pain. Like, I don't know, I wasn't thinking I was sick or like there was something bigger going on.
Sure.
So I instantly went through the, trying to figure out what I needed to do, doing all the holistic stuff, and
sure,
nothing was working. And I was just declining. And so I would say for 5 years, my health just was declining. And I was doing every treatment you can think of, every protocol.
But for Lyme's disease at this point?
For Lyme. It was all for Lyme.
Because the back problem was the manifestation of the Lyme's disease.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because at this point now it had morphed into like debilitating fatigue, like not able to get out of bed. I was having immense cognitive issues. Like I couldn't hold a conversation. And it had gotten to a point that my mom was even living with me because I couldn't take care of myself.
Oh, my.
So for 5 years, I'm declining treatments. I'm having bad reactions to these treatments. and not a single doctor mentioned mold as being a culprit or a contributing factor to why I was declining and doing so bad. I mean, I just thought this was Lyme disease. So I luckily found this treatment program, and this treatment program focuses all on mold because you can't get to the actual treatment if you're in mold.
You just Googled it yourself and went your own doctor style and figured out, hey, mold might be doing something with this.
No, it was the treatment program. It was their program. It focuses a lot on mold. So they brought it to my attention.
Got it.
Literally, mold was not in my vocabulary. Never thought of it. It wasn't a thing.
Okay.
So I learned that I was being, and I learned this through lab testing, the tests that they were having me do through my body, but also there's a dust test you can do called an ERMI.
Done it. Did it. Been there.
Okay.
Got it.
It's a very reliable test. This is not going to tell you where it is. It's going to, give you an idea. So I knew I was living in extreme toxicity of mold. And I went through a couple remediations that I now know, because I knew nothing. I mean, even though this treatment program was guiding me and they were basically telling me all I needed to do, I was so cognitively impaired that I wasn't doing things correctly. I wasn't reading the material correctly. I wasn't following directions correctly. I was taken for a ride by some remediation companies, and
see, I feel the same thing. I can't wait to get on that subject. Keep on going. Keep on going.
So, so I learned I was in mold in the house, and I also at the time I owned a fitness studio, and also I had mold there. But I would have these companies come in and told me I did not have a problem. So I had 2 remediations done in my condo. I don't know if they did what they did, I don't know was actually correct.
Right.
Like, they took a wall out. Maybe it was, I'm not sure. I just didn't know enough then. But it was, because I had just gotten diagnosed. So 5 years prior to that, my condo had water leak all from the roof. I mean, all from the people above me.
Okay.
And when I say water leak, it was like a natural rainforest. So like it had triggered the water sprinklers. So I was displaced from my home for 9.5 months.
Oh my God.
So when I, realized when I was so sick I was living in toxic mold, it had to have been from that incident.
Sure. And we live in the 757 where it's hot and humid in the summertime, all that stuff. So
I mean, when my house flooded, and I mean, I couldn't live there for like 9.5 months. They literally took it all to the bones and put it back together again. Had I known what I know now then, I would have sold my place. I would have said, put it back together again, and I would have moved out.
Sure.
But I wasn't sick. I didn't know anything like that, So I ended up moving. I ended up selling my place when I realized it was in the bones of the building. I was like, and I didn't know about a mold dog at the time.
Okay.
But I quickly learned about a mold dog. So there's a guy in Florida. His name is Bill Whitstein. He pioneered this industry. He's the guy who made all this happen with mold dogs about 30 years ago.
Okay.
He actually had the first arson dog in Florida. And through all that work, they're going to court for lots of other things. And, they don't say mold. They call it water loss. So anyway, he created this. He travels up the East Coast, and I was able to get him to come to my fitness studio.
Okay.
Where I had companies come in to say, you have no issue. And I was like, I do, I just don't know where it is. And the dog took me right to where it was.
Get out of town.
No lie. And it was pristine. There was no reason in the world to think there was mold behind what the dog said was. And so literally at that moment, I was like, well, I am only working with mold dogs. Like it was a game changer. It was a completely different experience. Because here's the thing. Human mold companies, I really don't believe they have ill intent. It's just we are limited as humans.
Right.
I can't see behind a wall or a ceiling or a floor. The dog can. Not see, but they're smelling it.
So I imagine, so you got this pristine wall.
Yeah.
And the dog walks up and says, it's right there. And you're like, yeah, whatever, man.
Yeah.
So then you take the wall down and Shazam, it's right there.
Yes, exactly how it was.
That's cool.
So Bill, the handler, he just told me what to do because the dog alerted to, it was a sink, but there was no water damage. It was nothing showing anything.
Wow.
But it was, when I had my guy take out the drywall, it was a block of wood coated in mold.
Oh my
I mean,
gosh.
it was a clear as day. There was an issue.
That's crazy.
And the dog alerted to the carpet that was in the dressing rooms, which You know, it looked fine.
Sure.
I didn't know.
But I get that. People walking in, foot wet, all that stuff, right?
Well, yeah, but here's the thing also with carpet. Carpet has a life expectancy. So about after 7 years, consider it, God, that's just so gorgeous.
Isn't it beautiful?
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
You don't get to see that from the ground,
no,
sunshine.
You don't.
So it's beautiful.
Yeah, carpet has a life expectancy. Carpet is a sponge.
Yeah.
So it is, forget mold, it's soaking up everything from the air, from your feet to whatever.
Okay.
Whatever's coming from the outside. So yeah, mine it was over its life expectancy.
That's crazy.
So yeah, that was a life-changing experience for me.
So when you get the mold out of your fitness studio,
yeah.
Are you still, you're done, you're not doing that anymore? You're
I closed it
you
to do this full time.
Okay, so then so you got it out of your studio, you moved out of your condo, assuming where you live now, or has no mold in theory.
Right.
Right. Yep. Did you get better?
I did.
Did you? Talk about that.
It was so, you know, if you think about like a fish is in water, it doesn't know what's in water.
Right.
I was in such toxicity, and like I was there 90% of the time. I was so sick.
Sure.
I wasn't working a lot. I just didn't realize it was as bad as it was until you are removed from it or the mold is actually removed.
Right.
You just don't realize how bad it is because as humans, we're pretty darn good at normalizing what is abnormal. And
100%.
I know that that's kind of my blessing and curse. I can just normalize some really abnormal things in life.
I got you. Man, my wife's going to eat all this up because we've been down this whole mold rabbit hole. Have people come out. I even bought like a daggone thermoscanner thing for the wall or whatever it is, right? To see where if we got water and where it's coming from. Because we've had leaks in our house. That's 50 years old.
Yeah.
I'm just afraid, because I want to transition out of where your business, what you do in this space. I'm afraid for you to come out.
Here's the thing. Yes, I totally
Maybe you come out when I'm there and just tell me. Then I'll just break it to my wife over the period of time.
Listen,
right?
It is very stressful. When I'm going to people's homes, not only is someone in the house sick, healthy people are not contacting me. Right. Mold is not on the radar of a healthy person. Someone in the house is sick. I'm meeting someone for the first time that is not doing well. And they're highly stressed because they're having that same thought as you. It's everywhere. Where is it?
Right.
It's typically not as bad as what people think.
Okay.
Certainly there have been situations where it has been bad, but it's all fixable.
Yeah, it is.
But here's also, I was just going to say.
If you got the money.
It's the thing, it all has a price tag.
It does.
But what is good is having the awareness of what's going on. So can we stop at least the root cause to not make it any worse?
Right.
Like it's not an all or nothing game. Every little bit that you can do to help with whatever mold is going on really does help the household. And that's part of my job as well. Is obviously Rudy is my dog. Does the work at pinpointing the area, but then I'm giving you guidance on my next steps on, you know.
I like that.
Yeah.
Because we've got the dehumidifiers in the house, below the house, the sump pumps that's been conditioned or whatever underneath the crawl space. And we did a bunch of that stuff because we had the mold, right? Or we had a water problem underneath the house. So
that's great. But you've already done great work.
Well, we'll
see. And I know that was a pretty penny too.
We had to do it twice because the first guy scammed us. So it was beautiful, like you talked about, man. Whatever, anyway. So you said, I'm going to quit my job. Change my life. I'm gonna quit my job. I'm gonna do this full time.
Well, it didn't really go like that.
Transition a little bit to it. You know?
I thought I was gonna do the fitness studio and the mold dog. I would work maybe just a couple hours a day because I had, you know, through my illness, and then COVID, I just slowed down my business. I was going in an hour, maybe 2 hours, some days maybe 3, but I just had these clients that weren't clients anymore. They're family.
Right.
10 plus years.
Sure.
I just didn't want to not help them. So my initial goal was to do the fitness studio and then do mold dog, you know, in the evening time or on the weekends. And then mold dog just took over, and it just didn't make sense to keep the studio anymore.
So now, and I'll definitely, you got to send me some pictures of Rudy because I want to put him in this video so people can see him and all that good stuff.
He's darn cute.
So he's a king. What is he?
Cavalier King Charles.
Cavalier King Charles. So my grand dog is half that in poo. He's a Cavapoo.
Okay.
And so I'm already half in love with your dog, man. Well, I love your dog. I've seen it. He's beautiful. And so how do you find a mold dog? How are they trained? How do they learn?
So it's not every dog is meant to be a mold dog.
Okay.
You can't have a dog that has a smush nose.
Okay, so it needs a snout.
The smell, the nose is a big part of the equation.
Sure.
The dog has to be okay with people, places, and things.
Okay.
It needs to be motivated by food, because I'm not giving him treats. He's getting his food, which are treats to him.
You're kind of describing me.
Yeah, right.
Got a big snoz. I like people, places, and things. I like food. All right.
Yeah. You're already there.
I'm already there.
You're already there.
So it doesn't have to be the King Cavalier Spaniel.
No. In fact, Rudy was the first Cavalier that Bill had trained. He didn't know that they would be as good.
Okay.
And the only reason I knew, so I have 2 dogs. When I knew I was going to send, I wanted to do this. The thought of sending my dog, the one that I had, because you send them to Florida for 3 months to get trained.
Okay.
And the thought of sending my dog and then being dogless for 3 months was, I couldn't do it. It's not happening. So I got a second dog specifically for this.
That's awesome.
But the reason I got a Cavalier,
a companion dog for the dog that was going away. Right, for you, you're a companion.
For me,
right.
No,
right.
It really made a difference.
Right, sure.
Because it was still tough to sending Rudy.
Sure. So you already had Rudy.
No, I had Ginger.
Okay.
So, and she's a Cavalier, so I have 2 Cavaliers.
Okay.
I had Ginger. I got Rudy specifically for this.
Okay, got it.
And I knew Cavaliers were good because I trained Ginger to detect gluten.
Oh, wow.
So I have celiac disease, and I had a trainer help me on how to train my dog. And Ginger was just, per the trainer, really good. I didn't.
Sure.
I'd have nothing to compare it to. I'm just thinking, don't all dogs do this?
Right.
But she was very trainable, and her nose. I mean, they're constantly using their nose. So I knew how good she was. I was just praying to God that I could get a second one.
Sure.
And it would be just as good. I mean, I really did luck out, but it was very stressful because it's a big investment. You're getting this dog, and I didn't want a second dog.
Right.
I was like a 1-dog girl. And I'm sending him down to Florida. There was a chance that Rudy didn't make the cut.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And then here I'm,
got 2 dogs now.
I got 2 dogs. What am I going to do?
Right.
But luckily he did. He made the cut. And
that's cool.
It's just been an experience of a lifetime. I mean, I just didn't think about a lot of things with the business. But it really is a passion, purpose business because of my experience.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I said, I'm helping people that are in my shoes, and they're still in my shoes. I mean, I am those people. So it's a big deal, and here I'm. It's a big deal, and it can be very stressful because I'm relying on a dog to tell people really big information.
Sure. Sure.
And they know it's not 100%. There isn't anything that is 100%. But a mold dog is the best that we have at this point to pinpoint an area of concern.
So how does it work? Somebody's like, all right, man, I got mold. I think I might have mold. I'm going to call molddogvirginia.com, right? Molddogva.
Yeah, of VA. Molddog Virginia, yeah.
So they're going to look on your website. They're going to give you a call, and then you're going to schedule a time. You're going to come out, bring Rudy with you. And then how long does the process take? I guess it depends on the size of the house.
Yeah, it does. It does. And really, it depends on Rudy's findings and how much we talk. So it can be a couple hours.
Okay, cool.
So what happens is I come in first without Rudy. I'm coming in to do a visual inspection, talk to the homeowner. I'm walking around the house to not only just make sure it's safe for Rudy, but do I need to move things away from areas that I want to make sure Rudy gets close to by windows?
Sure.
I want to learn about the house. Do they know about any past water damage, any areas of concern? I want to make sure that those areas, Rudy has enough space to fully inspect.
Sure.
And then I bring Rudy in.
Okay.
And he sniffs every square inch of the house.
So it's like I've seen like the drug dogs in airports and stuff. You're going to walk him around and does he just sit down when it's time to?
Yep. So I'm talking to him. I'm saying the word seek, S-E-E-K.
Right.
And that's telling him to smell for mold. And so when he does, he smells. He sits.
Right.
And when he sits, I then ask him to show me, and he'll point to where it is. So if it's the carpet, if it's down the ground, if it's up, to the left, to the right, he points in the direction of where it is.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, does he ever walk around your house and be like, yo, there's mold right there?
I wish he would. I really do. No, he won't do it unless I ask him, I say seek.
Okay.
Because if you think about it, just us going out on walks, there's so much mold. Yeah, it's everywhere. We'd go nowhere on our walks.
Yeah, especially where we live.
But I would love to just see what his brain is doing. I mean, he loves this work. You'll see when you meet him, he is the most excitable little boy. We walk in, and I have to actually we can't start right away. I have to have him calm down because he gets so excited.
Right.
He really loves it.
That's cool. So then, obviously, there's a fee associated with that. You can talk about that offline with the customers. But how long of a backlog? Like somebody said, I want you to come out. Is it a week or two booked out? How soon are you? Really
Locally, I would get in within a couple weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I travel basically every week, so it depends on the direction. And obviously the best part is to group people together.
Right.
And
You're just not here. You'll go anywhere.
I'll go everywhere. Yeah,
Wow.
we were just in Aspen the other week. We were in New York last week.
Doing the job.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
You're worldwide, girl. It's mold dog of the world.
Of the week.
You need to change
we
that.
really will go
You've
anywhere.
limited your name, man.
Yeah. And that's the part of the business I didn't expect, the travel, that I am loving.
Oh, of course. Because they're paying your bill too, right?
Well, yes. That is it. I mean, it's a win. But I was sick for so long. I went nowhere. My bubble got smaller and smaller and smaller. For years, I just had no life.
Right.
So this is just very freeing and just, hanging out with my dog and seeing the world. It's just, I mean, even if we're just in Virginia, I mean, I think we underestimate the beauty around us.
Oh, sure.
Yeah,
I mean, we got mountains and lakes and
oh my gosh,
beach and snow, and we're fortunate where we live. I mean,
very much so.
I mean, the only thing better would be to me if you're in like Richmond and you can be an hour at the beach, you can be an hour at the mountains, but I love where we live. I think it's a great spot.
And that's where I spend half my time is here in Richmond.
Yeah.
That's where I'm from, and so it's actually a jumping off point. So I go home to my mom's almost every week because it's not as far of a drive when I go. I do a lot of Northern Virginia, Maryland.
Okay.
Makes my trip easier, and of course my mom loves it. And then she watches Ginger, so it's everyone wins. It's a win-win all around.
You're getting paid, and the dogs are having fun, and that's great.
Yeah.
That's great. Well, how can somebody get a hold of you? How are they going to find you?
Find me
the
through
website.
The website, yep. Find me. There's social media. But the website, I get probably most everything from website. Social media.
Mold-dogofva.com.
Yep.
All right, I'll have all that on the end of the thing, too. Is there a phone number that's associated with it you want to put on
there?
Yep,
757-288-5444.
Awesome. I'm even thinking like I would do it if I'm getting ready to buy a house.
Well, that's why I got Rudy. So when I had to sell my house, I was so traumatized. I mean, I lost everything in it. I had to get rid of everything in it. So I've been renting for 4 years. I did not want to buy a house. It was the last thing I wanted to do. So for the last year, I mean, that's really why I got Rudy. I was going to do a business too, but it was really, that was the main reason, was I didn't feel comfortable getting a house without him or a mold dog saying, this is good.
That's awesome.
The thought of dealing with Bill in Florida and coordinating him coming up just didn't seem realistic.
No, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, you got any, like, would you ever franchise it? Like, buy a couple? Okay.
No.
Okay.
Here's why. It's like, I just don't want to manage it. I take this so seriously that I don't want to be responsible for someone. Like, I have very high standards. I just don't want to be, even though I would train them on how I'd want it to be, I just, less is more.
Hey, I respect that.
Yeah.
I respect that.
Yeah.
I got it. Well, that's cool. It's a great story. But I guess outside the celiac, I guess everything else is cleared up. I mean, the Lyme's can come back anytime it wants to,
I'm
right?
still on the healing journey. I'm still in treatment, still doing, but I am better today than I have ever been, and I'm only getting better.
That's good.
So, I mean, the amount of travel and the amount of work that I'm doing is, it's pretty impressive, just given the state of all that I'm dealing with. Yeah,
so when Ashley and I went down, or she more than me, went down the road of the mold stuff, it was just amazing, all the neurotoxins, all the things that mold impacts us from a health perspective. And people just take it for granted, like, oh, my back, like you told me, I blew my disc out, or I got nervous problems, or I'm just depressed, I've got anxiety, I've got scratching all the time. I mean, whatever it might be.
It's easy to think of, there's so many symptoms. It's easy to like chalk it up to stress or to work or this and that. I mean, there's millions of people that are not doing well. They're battling something, and they don't realize that mold is a big factor of that.
Sure.
If they just don't have any, like me, I didn't have any reason to think of mold. And it's kind of the school you didn't want to enter and the education you didn't want. But, you know, it will serve you in life just having a safe environment. Because it could be as little as just you have, sinus issues that aren't like debilitating, but annoying.
Sure.
And you just don't realize that it's mold. Because it's not always a catastrophic situation with mold in a house. It does accumulate over time. Yeah. But it's not always the end of the world.
Well, I have a feeling I'm about to have a fun experience at my house.
Oh, I like that you said fun.
So it's going to be
That's
fun.
good.
It's going to be fun. Again, I think I might do it when Ashley's at work or something. So, because I'll be having to burn my house down. I think that's what I'm worried about to get there. But I'm just kidding.
I think you've already done some big work.
We've done a lot. We do need to. It's an old house, and I think there's probably mold everywhere. But we do need to. We're approaching that spot of, do we spend the money and redo our house, or do you just sell it and buy something already new or something like that?
And that's what a lot of people are wondering when they hire us, is they kind of just need to figure out their next steps. Do they want to put the work in?
Yep.
Or find somewhere else, because you're not going to find a mold-free place. It's not possible. You just want it at a level that isn't going to impact your health.
Yeah. Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
Well, that's a great story.
Well, thank you.
The story's still getting greater, though. You're getting healthier and all that stuff. So.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's the best story. That's the best part of the story.
You've been a lot of fun to have in the plane. Anything else you want to leave with the viewers with today, Lacey? One final thought?
I mean, I would say if there's anything that anyone is going through physically with your health, at least rule out that mold is not a contributing factor. It's not going to hurt you to rule it out. And if it is, then let's address it and find a mold dog. Whether it's me here in Virginia, and I certainly will travel, but there are other mold dogs, and to me it's not a competition. It's getting a mold dog in, because it really is remarkable of what a dog's nose can smell.
Yeah.
I mean, we underestimate it as humans of what they can do, and there's no agenda that my dog has. You know, he doesn't know where he is in the house. And
yeah, hey buddy, go in here and find 10 spots today.
Yeah. I mean, it's just not how it works. You know, and I'm not doing anything special with him. I'm not coaxing him to sit or do anything. And I definitely don't want to have him sit when he's not supposed to.
Correct. Your best day is he never sits down.
That would be ideal.
Yeah.
That would be ideal.
Yeah, we spend so much money on so much stuff that doesn't matter against our health, right? And this is a great opportunity to spend some cash and make sure your house is at least healthy. And, and your lifestyle's healthy. Yeah,
if you're spending money on supplements or this treatment for whatever, and you have this big, the elephant in the room that is, it's all a major expense that can be saved.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. Well, thanks for coming up today.
Thanks for having me.
It's been fun.
Yeah, it's really
been fun. Look forward to having you at the house.
Yes.
Figuring out where we're at in that space. And I appreciate everybody tuning in and liking, subscribing, and all that good stuff. And all her information will be up at the end. And I hope you give her a call, because I think it's a really great thing to do. And look forward to having you out.
Thank you, Jeff.
Thanks for coming up.
Thank you.
See y'all next time. Peace.